Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Happy Saturday. Welcome to our home.
Yes, I am Ryan.
I am Adam, and we are Husbands That Cook. Welcome to Saturday Live with Husbands That Cook. We do this every Saturday, and it is such a highlight of our week.
Yes, it is our favorite part of the week because we get to talk to you guys and cook and eat a little something delicious, too.
And today we're eating something extremely delicious. We are cooking something from Joy the Baker. This is her latest book from about 2 years ago now. It came out in the spring of 2017, and it's called Over Easy. They're delicious, inspired brunches, and we are making something from the baked goods chapter.
Yes, we are making chocolate hazelnut coffee cake.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So good. I love chocolate, I love hazelnuts, and I love coffee cakes. So this sounds perfect. We just posted a picture on our Instagram, and we put the recipe in our stories. So after the show, you can head to our stories to get the full recipe and make it this weekend.
And hello in Little Rock, Arkansas. Hello Simply Sublime.
Hi.
Hello Jen Base 11. Thank you so much for joining. It's so nice to have you here.
Good to see everybody. Tell us where you're joining from. We are in Eagle Rock, which is just north of downtown Los Angeles.
And we are making sweets today.
Yes, we are making sweets. It is a gorgeous, perfect rainy day.
I love it.
A great day to do some baking, especially with little chocolates. I love it.
Hello to Cade and
Steber, yes.
hello to everybody. Hello, Less Passion. It's going so fast.
I know, I love it.
Hello from Montreal, Canada.
Bonjour,
And
Montreal.
Jennifer Bakes is here. E.L. Brown.
It's a party.
Hello.
I
Welcome.
love it. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Yes, so we are going to be making, like we said, this chocolate hazelnut coffee cake from Joy the Baker's new book. But before we get started, we want to remind you, because we have our cookbook coming out in 10 days.
I can't even believe it. It's March already, and we are here. We are less than 10 days away, and you will have this in your hands in no time.
I'm
I love
so
it.
excited.
We have two really cool promotions going on.
We do.
One of them is for this. This is a signed book plate, and we would love to sign it and send one to you.
Yes, so
and
even if you're... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say you could affix it right here onto the beautiful green inside cover of the book.
Yes, and I was going to say, no matter whether you live in Istanbul, I see someone who just was in Istanbul, I saw somebody said they're in Russia, so no matter where you live, if you pre-order our book, actually, no, sorry, that one is the if you make it. If you make one of the recipes we previewed and tag us on Instagram, we will send you one of those book plates, and so you can have a signed edition no matter where you live.
Yes, and our second promotion is what he was just starting to say.
Yes.
Is that if you pre-order our book now and send us a proof of copy to our email address, it's husbandsthatcook@gmail.com.
Easy.
We're going to email you a beautiful PDF with 2 brand new recipes. Nobody's ever seen them before. They're not on the blog. They're not in the book. And look at this cover. It is so cute.
I know, we made that just for you guys, just for those of you who pre-ordered.
And it's filled with some other really nice pictures and some writing that nobody's ever seen before.
Yep, it's all new.
There is a delicious soup. So yeah, send us your pre-order copy and we'll send you a beautiful PDF.
Yes. Terminator's here. Hi, Nate.
Hello, Nate. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. So, now that we've got that sort of housekeeping
Can I just say
business
something really quick?
Yes, of course.
I'm very excited because this Wednesday is going to be the very first time that we are ever going to be on TV together. And he's been on TV, I've been on TV, but never together. Never as Husbands That Cook.
Yep.
So this Wednesday, for those of you in Los Angeles and San Diego and San Francisco, if you tune in to NBC at 11:30 a.m., you're going to see us.
We're going to be live.
We're going to be making a recipe from our new book, and I'm nervous, I'm excited, I'm anxious, and I'm mostly excited. I just can't wait to do this with you.
I know, it's going to be so fun. So it's going to be somewhat like this, except we're doing it on California Live, which is a TV show on NBC.
Yes.
We're going to be going to Universal Studios and like filming at a studio. It's going to be epic.
And for those of you outside of LA, San Diego, and San Francisco, we'll be sure to post it on our website and on Instagram. So
I'm sure as soon as we have the link, we're going to post it so everybody can see it. But yeah, we're going to be on TV.
Yes.
And a week from today is our big launch at Barnes & Noble at the Grove. If anybody is in the Southern California area,
come on out. We are making treats. Bring the whole family. Bring the dog.
Bring everybody.
Bring everybody you know. If you're not in LA, tell all your friends to go. It's going to be so much fun.
1 week from today, 2 p.m. at the Grove at Barnes & Noble. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. Husbands and Cook are on fire.
Yes.
Watch out, people.
I'm so excited.
We're coming for you.
It's all happening this month. So yeah, should we start cooking?
Yeah, we have something really special planned.
Yes, again.
This is, okay, so if you don't know her, this is Joy Wilson. She's Joy the Baker. She's one of the most famous bloggers that is out there. And she's written multiple books. She has a beautiful blog. All her recipes are insanely delicious.
Yes.
But this book is all about brunches.
All
and
about
we
brunch.
are cooking baked goods today.
Yes. There's a whole chapter even on like brunch cocktails. This is a fabulous book if you're looking for brunch inspiration. But yes, again, we are making chocolate hazelnut coffee cake.
And I will point out too briefly that the photographer for this book, Jonathan Melendez, did such a fabulous job. The pictures are absolutely stunning.
He did a great job.
Here's a delicious looking French toast. Real
yes,
nice.
I want that, please.
What else do we have? Just one more little preview here.
Breakfast quesadillas.
Love it.
Yeah, he's amazing. She's amazing. The book's amazing. And let's see if this cake is amazing.
Yes, let's find out. I mean, chocolate hazelnut coffee, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with those ingredients. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna make chocolate hazelnut coffee cake from Joy the Baker. Again, the recipe, we did a screen cap on our stories. So after the show, head to our stories and you can get the full recipe there. But let's get started.
So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna start by making a crumble topping that we're gonna add onto the top of the cake. And
it's actually these ones over here. That's for the cake. This one, the crumble topping ingredients are over here.
Yes.
So we have some brown sugar. A little flour. We have some nice cold butter that we're going to cut into that.
So this has been sitting out on the counter, or was this in the refrigerator?
That one was in the fridge. This is nice cold butter.
Cold butter for this. Okay.
Cinnamon and salt. And so we're going to use one of these guys. You ever use one of these?
What is that called?
It's called either a pastry knife or a pastry blender.
That's right. We talk about it in our book.
Yes, we do. So you can use these to make pie crusts. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can use 2 butter knives, or actually in the book, I think she even says you can use your fingers to do this.
Ooh.
So, but I just didn't want to get my fingers dirty right this moment.
Okay, so I have a question. How come the butter has to be cold here? How come it can't be room temperature?
That's a great question. So when you're making things like a crumble or a pie crust, you want the butter to stay cold because you want to have little pieces of butter. You don't want it to turn into like a paste. Because when you have those little pieces of butter, when it bakes, then they melt, and in a pie crust they get those crispy layers. In this kind of thing, they get that sort of crumble topping.
That sounds so good.
If your butter was warm or melted,
it just gets too melty.
It would just sort of turn into a paste.
No, we want crumbles.
Yeah, you want a crumble, and it's pretty much done here. So you can see, I'll stop right now.
That looks perfect.
Yeah, so we have nice sort of chunks of butter.
We'll show people at home here.
You can see how it's like a kind of nice crumbly texture.
Nice big crumbles there too.
Yes. Yes, Frau Cloda, Bianca says always fingers. Yes. So you know what? It's funny.
And Hilky Way says the best part of Saturdays is you guys. That is so sweet. Thank you so much.
You're so nice. Jennifer Bakes says fingers are the last resort because it warm the butter. So yes.
Good point.
So if you have cold hands,
like me.
Like him.
I wish I could reach through the screen and touch you right now. You would not believe how cold my fingers are.
He always has cold hands. So if you have relatively cold hands, definitely work the butter with your fingers. Yeah, oh God, that's so cool. So yeah, you
We're a good match because he's the warm one and I'm the cold one.
Yeah.
So he keeps me nice and cozy when I need it, which is always. So.
Yeah. So if you have cold hands, you can totally use it to work in the butter. But I run really hot all the time.
He's Cuban.
I'm Cuban. I have that Latin fire within me, I guess.
Well, he was born in the United States, but his dad is from Cuba.
Yes, we should clarify. We should clarify that.
Half Cuban.
I'm half Cuban, and on my mom's side, I'm actually like a quarter Jamaican. So I'm definitely very Caribbean, and I'm got that fiery energy.
Warm.
So anyway, so if I try to use my fingers to do pie crust,
you'll liquefy the butter instantly.
It pretty much will. So anyway, you can see that we have this nice crumbly texture.
Neil Brown says, "Cold hands, warm heart."
I've heard that.
That's very sweet.
That's true.
Sweet.
So now we have this crumble, and we're gonna add a little bit of chopped chocolate, which I think is genius. Thank you, Joy. It's a great idea.
And you know, this is not sponsored at all. And so first of all, we like to use a variety of different chocolates.
Yes.
This one happens to be Guittard.
Yes.
And it's one of my favorites. Again, this is not sponsored, but it is just. They make these dark chocolate chips, and I cannot get enough of them. We'll be watching a movie, and I'll just be munching on.
Yeah, they're like 70% or something.
It's low calories and it's dark chocolate, so it's good for you. There's no dairy in them, but they're so good.
They're really delicious. So we put a little bit of chopped chocolate. You can also use chocolate
any kind
chips.
you want. Use any kind you want. I just wanted to say, I know some people are interested in that. I know I would be sometimes if I'm watching.
Yeah, perks of being us is watching y'all while I do laundry makes
there
laundry
you go.
okay.
It makes it a little bit better.
Multitasking. I love it. So the last one we'll add to our crumble is toasted hazelnuts. Now, actually, in the book, she just says hazelnuts, but we have a sort of mantra that we live by, and that is...
let's see. If you guys have watched our show before,
you know our mantra about our nuts.
I want to see somebody chime in. Somebody tell us.
What do you do
with these?
With your nuts
what do
before
we do?
You cook them? Anyway, I will give you the answer. We always toast your nuts. Whenever you're using nuts in a recipe, and whether it's a salad or in a cookie or in a cake or something like this. Yes,
always toast them.
You gotta do it.
It brings out more flavor. So if you're making chocolate chip cookies, or like today we're doing this cake, it just brings out such a nice toasty, nutty flavor. And
I mean, smell that. You
can
smell that. You wouldn't get that aroma.
It's almost chocolatey.
Yeah, it's almost like that. It gives
Nutella.
You like Nutella vibes.
Yeah,
So just what I did is I just you put the nuts in a dry skillet until they get nice and toasty, and then you can chop them up, and they look like this.
Yes.
So we have some toasted nuts.
You don't have to do that step either. It'll still be delicious.
But I mean,
but
you should.
But you should.
You really should. It's so delicious. So now we have this crumble.
Oh, Dig Vouchers has a new name. So it's Luke from Taste.
Hello,
new venture.
Dry, salty nuts.
Yeah, that's what these are.
That's what
no
these
salt
are.
on them.
So we have this crumble topping that now has chopped chocolate and toasted hazelnuts.
Come on, that's beautiful.
This is gonna be delicious. Okay, so now we have our crumble topping. We're gonna put that aside for now.
Yes.
And then Adam is going to sift the dry ingredients for the cake.
And for those of you just joining, we are cooking from Joy Wilson, who is Joy the Baker on Instagram. And this is her new book, Over Easy. It is a great book.
Yes.
And
it's all brunch.
It's all brunch.
From cover to cover.
So many great ideas in it. And today we're doing one of our favorites.
Yes. Chocolate hazelnut coffee cake.
So we're going to sift all the dry ingredients together. And this is something that I actually learned from him. Whenever I would make things in the past, I would just kind of put my flour and sugar and dry ingredients in a bowl without sifting, but this takes out all the lumps, and we don't want lumps in our cake.
Yes, no.
So this is a good little extra step.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do. We're just going to pour our flour into the sifter.
I feel like it's especially important for things like cocoa, because cocoa can tend to clump a little bit, and you get lumps. Flour is usually fine, especially for something like this, but for the cocoa, I can hold this if you want.
We have cinnamon.
There you go. Got some cinnamon.
We have a little salt.
A little salt. Gotta have salt in your baked goods.
Then we have a little baking soda.
Okay, get it to rise.
Some baking powder.
Gotta do both.
And last but not least, can anybody guess what this dark brown powder is?
It's very dark. It's by R to Z.
This is espresso. This is the magic ingredient that's going to go in our coffee cake.
Yeah, so Perks of Being Us said, can I substitute, you should use your fingers, it's kind of sticky.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Can I substitute macadamia nuts? Definitely. I would think macadamia nuts here would be delicious.
On the cake.
Yes, but yeah, no, macadamia nuts would be perfect. Again, I would toast them, in a skillet first to get that flavor, but
there we go.
But yeah, that would be delicious.
And then he's just gonna sift
go like that. You see it coming out.
I love seeing it all mixed together, like the white and the brown.
Yeah, it's really cool. This really helps, and you'll see
at the very end there's going to be some little crumbs, and we're just going to use.
So I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see that. So see all those crumbles there? Those would have been in the mixture, but we're gonna press them through so we don't want crumbles.
Oh, Turbo Goofood.
Hello from Torino, Italy.
Hello.
Buongiorno in Italia.
Welcome.
Okay. That's
there
good.
We go.
Perfect. Got that.
Oh, see, it's nice and smooth here.
Look at that. And then let's just give it a quick whisk, just to really combine it. Okay, so now that's our dry ingredients. All done.
I love it.
Perfect. Smells good. I love that cocoa, a little bit of that coffee smell. Smells good. I see Rachel Gurjar just joined. Hello, Rachel.
Hello, Rachel. We actually have a coffee cake in our book.
We do.
It's one of my favorite recipes in our book, but it's totally different than this. And that's
Very different.
why we're sharing this one. Mine does not have does not have.
But it's yours. Let's be clear.
I'll
It's
tell
yours.
people why I said that in a second, but ours does not have chocolate or hazelnut, and I don't want to give too much away, but it's one of my grandma's recipe that she made for me all the time when I was a kid. And there's a cute little story behind it. She actually entered it in a contest in the Los Angeles Times in 1964.
Yeah.
And she ended up winning. The editor selected her recipe. They printed it in the newspaper. She won $5. And so whenever she served it after a meal growing up, she would always talk about the story of how she won $5, and she was so proud.
Sweet. I love
and
it.
so we got to put that recipe in our cookbook, and there's actually a little clipping of the article from 1964 that my mom saved.
That's
and
really cool. I can't wait for you guys
to see it. I had to tell that story.
Yes, I love that. So I saw Jennifer Bakes asked a minute ago what kind of cocoa we're using. So today we are using, again, not sponsored, we're using this Hershey's Special Dark.
Special Dark is the way to go.
We really love that it makes your baked goods almost black, really deeply
similar
chocolatey.
to like an Oreo cookie.
Yeah,
it's
so
really
good.
nice.
But you can certainly use regular cocoa as well. Either kind will work for this recipe.
Oh, the perks of being us. What is her name? Her name, she's not around any longer, but her name was Gertrude, and all her friends called her Gigi.
Oh,
but
so
yeah,
sweet.
it's a very special and meaningful recipe to me.
I love that.
And it's delicious too.
I love that. Okay, so we have our dry ingredients here. We made the crumble before, so now we're just going to do our wet ingredients, and
So
we'll be ready to
he just told me
go.
something this morning. I didn't know that sugar counted as a wet ingredient.
Well, for baking, a lot of times if you've done made like cookies or cakes, a lot of times you blend the butter and sugar together first and get it into a nice paste before you add your dry ingredients. And that's what we're doing here. So I have some butter that's been sitting out for a couple hours, so it should be nice and soft. I'm just gonna give it a quick, this is gonna be loud for just a moment.
The perks of being us says, thanks for sharing Gertrude's story. You're welcome. And I can't wait for you to try Gertrude's recipe.
Yeah.
The Husbands That Cook theme tune. Oh, that's so 2017. We have a new theme.
We do. So this butter's nice and soft, so it's already it's working into the sugar a little bit and making a nice paste.
I love that. So
Get it nice and fluffy. It's looking good.
Over easy, that's what we're doing today.
Okay, Life is here from Russia. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, this is
Okay, so
almost
Jennifer
done.
Bake says, remind me what's mixing with the butter now. So we have brown sugar and butter.
Yep.
And that's it?
That's it so far.
That's it. It's just butter and brown sugar.
Okay, so we have our brown sugar and butter nice and light and fluffy. And now we're gonna add 1.5 eggs.
Yes.
And if you've watched our show before, you know our secret. Well, it's not really a secret, but it's how we do half eggs, because we're doing a half recipe today.
We have a special knife, and it just cuts through
Just
the egg.
cuts it just like butter. No, so I put 1 egg in. I'm gonna put this other one in a small bowl. Let's see. And then, it's not very scientific, but you just...
I'll just say too, we use pasture-raised eggs. They're a little bit more expensive in the store, but they are more environmentally friendly. They treat the chickens better.
Yes.
The chickens have more room to roam around.
Yep.
The flavor is better. The eggs are richer and darker in color.
Right.
It's what it is. 8 says this is a half a recipe.
Yes, we're
exactly.
making a half recipe today. Okay, I just poured in about half the egg there. That's about half an egg.
For those of you that just joined too, we mentioned that we posted the recipe on our stories. So after the show, you can go to our stories and just take a screenshot of the recipe there.
Yes, and you can get it there. So I added 1.5 eggs to our butter and brown sugar. I'm just gonna mix that in really briefly.
Because you know you're gonna want to make it this weekend.
You have to make it.
Chocolate hazelnut coffee cake. So she says, my granny used to make a legendary rum cake, not for kids to eat though.
I love rum cake actually.
Yes, we usually have that around the holidays up at his house.
Okay. Done. So we have our eggs and sugar and butter is nice and smooth.
Did you point out the thing about the stand mixer? I don't know.
Oh, I don't think I did. So in the book, she actually recommends using a stand mixer, which you can totally do. But for the show, I was just using a hand mixer.
It takes up too much space here. It
It's
would
just
take
too
up
big.
the whole screen. You wouldn't be able to see anything.
It's too big.
So we just decided to do this.
If you have one, you can use it. If not, just a hand mixer.
Now some vanilla.
Some vanilla, of course.
One of my favorite scents.
Yeah, half a tablespoon, quite a good amount.
That smells nice.
We'll mix that in. Briefly. Oh, it smells so good. I love it. Okay, that's done.
That looks so good.
Yes, so now what we're gonna do is we have our dry ingredients, and we have some sour cream that's gonna make it really nice and moist. There's some cocoa on it, that's why it looks like that.
That's okay.
So we're gonna
have to mix together.
Yeah,
anyways.
what we're gonna do is put about half the dry ingredients in, and then we'll mix it up, and then we'll add the sour cream. Okay, so just
Saturdays are definitely for cake.
Yes.
Scott2669 just joined. Hello, Scott2669.
Scott.
Thank you for joining. Where are you joining from? Let us know. We need a smell-o-vision. Instagram needs to come out with something.
They really do.
It smells so nice and chocolatey. Could we show people the color?
Yes, of course.
Look how dark this is.
Now that's because of that dark cocoa that we used.
This is that dark cocoa. Look how nice and chocolatey that is. Oh yeah, shining against the light there.
It's looking really good. So, as with any recipe, once you add the flour, you don't want to over-mix because that's going to make it tough.
So I want to show you something. I just took a picture a moment ago, right before we started the show. Here we go.
Sour cream.
So if you look out to the left of us, this is what we see out the window. I just wanted to show you. It's raining here today, so it's gray. But this is our view when we talk to you and do the show every day. I thought you guys would want to see it.
Alright, put in the sour cream. Just until it's mixed.
We love when it rains here. It's so rare, so it's such a treat.
I love it. I love it. It makes everything so green, cleans out the air.
Evelina, is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm. Evelina Floor.
She says, will you guys make a Canadian tour for your book? We want to. We have so many friends in Canada, and we would love to come out there.
Now, what part of Canada?
I was just going to say, let us know what part.
Okay. So I don't want to over-mix this, because you don't want the flour to get too tough. So that is looking good. Turn that off. And done. Easy, easy.
Next Saturday, we're starting it off at Barnes & Noble in LA. That's the first book signing for our tour. We're heading up the coast after that. We're going to San Francisco and Napa and Portland and Seattle. So if you guys are on the West Coast or you know anybody that lives on the West Coast,
come join us.
Tell them and come join us. We would love to see you in person finally instead of through this screen.
I know, I love it. And all the details are on our story highlights. Like if you go to our profile at the top there, we have one that says, I think, book tour.
That's right.
With all of our dates. And yes, we would love to come to more places.
And we're going to.
So yeah, and also if you know any local bookstores that host events and you want them to host us, like tell them to call. Say, you know what?
Let us know.
Have the husbands come in because we want
to do it. We want to make this a long tour. We want to keep it going.
Yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the baking pan here. So now I've used a springform pan here, but you can use any cake pan you have. And she actually says you can even use a pie plate or a cake pan, or if you're using a full recipe, you can do a 9x13. Excuse me, anything you want. So I'm gonna put this batter in here like this. It smells so good already.
In the photo that we posted on Instagram today, we shot that and baked it in a cast iron skillet.
We did.
Which you can do as well.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in here.
I never knew you could do cake in a skillet, but
you can totally.
I think that's a cool way to
You can do cake in a skillet. You can do skillet cookies.
Oh, yes.
If you can cook anything in a cake pan, you can cook it in a skillet.
We need to do that.
We do need to do that. Okay, so get all that goodness out of there. Now it's pretty thick batter, so I'm gonna kind of spread it in the pan.
It's interesting how thin it is and how much it's going to puff up once it bakes.
Yeah, well, we have the eggs in there, we have the baking soda and baking powder.
E.L. Brown says Virginia, D.C., Maryland. Yes, we're working on the East Coast right now. I think we have a date that is penciled in for April, so maybe we could do some things around that as well.
Okay, spread that in just like that. And then we cannot forget our crumb topping.
That is so good. I want to lick the spoon, but there's eggs in it, so I'm going to hold off.
I know.
I know some people might, and
a lot of people do.
I don't want to take a chance.
Do you guys eat batter, or do you not eat raw batter?
Yeah, let us know. I know there's people out there that have very mixed feelings either way.
I see My Life in Sourdough just joined. Hello. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle this over the top.
Can we do this like this so people can see? It's so pretty looking.
It is. I'm going to crumble it on like
that.
Yeah. We have these toasted hazelnuts. We have some chopped dark chocolate.
Now this is a crumble.
Some cinnamon, some butter, of course.
Wow, what a cake.
Super Novgorod said, I'm just finding I'm celiac, so I can't enjoy your recipes, but I can't stop watching you.
That's so sweet of you to still tune in.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that you found that out.
Yeah, well, at least you have a diagnosis now. Hopefully you'll know what to eat. A lot of
these days it's become so much easier, to do it. I feel like there's more restaurants that are more aware of it and sensitive to it, and
it's becoming more of a thing. And also, I will say that a recipe like this, you could easily use a gluten-free flour blend. One we've had very good luck with, again, not sponsored, is the Thomas Keller Cup for Cup. That you could easily make this recipe gluten-free, and you could still enjoy all that deliciousness.
That is a good flour.
And also, for anybody watching who doesn't eat gluten, our cookbook has 135 recipes, and it is about 60% of them, about 80 recipes are either already gluten-free, or you can easily make them gluten-free with just like a simple substitution. That. So even if you can't eat gluten, you can still get our book.
Yep. And I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I know, I'm so excited. So soon, it's happening.
I think it's that time. Real quick, before we put this in the oven, I'm gonna just do a preview.
Okay.
We do it every show. I just open up to a page and we're gonna read a recipe. So this is the one that it opened to. This is onigiri 4 ways. And we love onigiri because we went to Japan together and it was one of the only things that we could eat, being vegetarian. But I'll show you the picture of the onigiri 4 ways. Husband's a cookbook preview. Yay!
Yay! Okay, so there it is, people. There is our crumble on top of our chocolate coffee cake. I can smell the hazelnuts, I can smell the chocolate, I can smell the cinnamon, brown sugar. It's gonna be really good. Should we put it in the oven?
Yes. So we have a special oven here. We have a Hollywood oven in our house. We live in Los Angeles.
True.
And this is where the motion picture industry happens. There's TV and films and commercials made here every day. So people need to work quickly on the set. So we are lucky because we have a Hollywood oven in our house and it bakes our food in a matter of seconds.
Like that.
So watch before I put this chocolate hazelnut coffee cake in our oven and watch it bake in a matter of seconds.
Here we go.
Okay, watch carefully.
The magic
oven.
The
Hollywood oven.
Woo! Okay, I can feel the heat. It's like blasting.
Oh my gosh, cast iron.
And it transformed
into cast iron, and oh my god, it is hot.
It is hot, but I will try to brave it and hold it so you can see. Look at that.
And look what else our oven did. It drizzled dark chocolate over it.
Yes.
How did that happen?
So Joy recommends if you want just another
take it
layer,
up a notch.
Take it up a notch, turn this recipe to 11, melt some chocolate. Once the cake is done, melt some chocolate and just drizzle it.
You have to do it.
With chocolate. So that's what we did as well.
It's an option.
Yes, as soon as it came out of the oven, that's what we did. But so you can see there's like drizzled chocolate on top. You can see the toasty hazelnuts.
That is just amazing.
It smells incredible.
I can smell cinnamon in there.
I know, I love it. Okay, so let's.
Toasted nuts.
This is torture. We have to do this. We have to try it. Okay.
Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it, especially for all the people that are joining live, and hello to people that are not joining live and watching later. We keep our stories up for 24 hours. That way people that aren't able to watch right now can tune in. So hello to all of you.
Ooh,
and hello to this.
That cake.
Oh my god.
It's so dark.
That's our dark cocoa.
Okay. Here we go.
Chocolate hazelnut coffee cake from Over Easy by Joy the Baker. Definitely follow her after our show.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, yes.
Should we try a piece?
It's that time.
It's that time. Okay, here we go. Chocolate hazelnut coffee cake.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Saturday.
Cheers. Oh my god. Oh, I love that crunch on top. You know what reminds me a little bit is like Mexican hot chocolate where it has that cinnamon and chocolate thing going on. That's so.
I think I took too big of a bite. Although there's no such thing, but it's really amazing because it tastes like coffee cake.
Yes.
But then there's
that chocolate.
Added chocolate flavor, but it's not like an overly chocolate cake.
No, it still tastes like a coffee
tastes like
cake.
a coffee cake, but then there's chocolate in it. But that crumb topping is what makes it. The toasted hazelnuts.
So good. I want more, but
that is great.
I want more, but then I won't be able to talk because my mouth is gonna be full of cake. Yes, so this is delicious.
Some whipped cream, even better.
Ooh,
I mean, now you're talking.
A scoop of ice cream,
oh,
baby.
there you go. You can't go wrong with any of those things.
This is delicious. Again, the recipe is on our stories. Just go to our stories to take a screen cap so you can get it. Pictures on our Instagram, and in 1 week is our book launch.
Can't wait.
I hope to see anybody who lives in LA. I hope to see you there.
Yes, we love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Adam.
I'm Ryan.
We are Husbands That Cook. We do this every Saturday, except next Saturday we have our first signing.
We're gonna be doing a book signing.
Yeah, so we're not gonna be doing it, but maybe we can go live from the event.
Maybe we can just set up a phone and just go live, and
that could be really cool.
You can be there with us even if you're not in LA.
That would be really fun. All right, we'll think about that, and thank you so much.
And
have a great week.
Have a great weekend. Make some coffee cake.
Bye.
See
We'll
you
talk to you
soon.
soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, everybody.